Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where once again, I've changed my mind. I feel slightly differently right now about the sectors. We have experienced a fair amount of issues outside of, like, in our frontier sector, right? And to that end, we've been experiencing it with the deviancy. And to that end, I kind of want to recreate sectors, but I want to turn off the automation. So we're going to be running with no automation, and we are going to have sectors again. So we're just going to go through and we will create all of these sectors. Automation is currently off, so we will be just creating these sectors back up. That won't take too long, in theory. And I believe we may have to run an update to get this to actually show them in the sectors. So we'll do that in a moment. I just need to get all of these set up once more. But with the automation off, we will still be working on making them into a proper planet, shall we say, and spending our resources on that. We're not going to be having any of these set up for automation. Okay, there's everything in a sector. Fantastic. Let's go through and put in governors again. Shouldn't be too difficult, except it's vaguely annoying. In fact, that is rather annoying. But we do need to have the governors in before we unpause. So we'll put all these governors in. I really wish they'd make this a little bit less fiddly. That would be nice. Luckily, there are a finite number of these, and there's not that many sectors, ultimately. So we will just continue putting in governors. Like so. But with the automation off, they will be responsible for one thing, and one thing alone. And that is keeping the deviancy down. That is the only thing that we want these governors for. So, we'll have these done momentarily. If I don't keep misclicking. That would tend to help. Okay, more governors here and here. We're almost... Actually, is that all of our governors? That appears to be all of our governors. So we're going to have to start recruiting some. Righteous would be good for us, I think. Okay, so we have a few to recruit. And that's going to be a bit spendy. Oh wait, they only cost 300? That must be a change in federations. This cost used to scale with your Empire Sprawl. Fascinating. I like it. Okay. Well, we're just going to continue recruiting in. Since these are so cheap, this kind of doesn't matter then. We're going to be going primarily for Righteous when we have the option to, because that's a crime reduction. No, I don't want to reassign you. I want to recruit a new one. Admin cap from Bureaucrats. Wait a second. You can build... That's new. Let's take a quick look here. What gives Bureaucrats? Is there a building for Bureaucrats to boost your admin cap? I have no idea. But I saw a bonus on one of those governors for Bureaucrats. Interesting. Well, let's just finish up recruiting in these governors. Yeah, like this one. Admin cap from Bureaucrats, plus 10%. It could be that that's a system that isn't fully in place because we did not start this with Federations active. It's always possible. Okay, 2 more to go. Let's go with this guy. And then I guess we'll go with this one. It doesn't really matter. None of those are particularly great. Okay, so all of these have automation off. Our worlds have automation off as well. So let's go ahead and tick forward a little bit here. We may have to go to a month tick. Oh no, there we go. Fantastic. Now they've popped in. Okay. Excellent. So we do need some housing on this refinery world. We could, in theory, replace this agriculture district with a hive district, and that's what I'm going to do. Excellent. Otherwise, we appear to be pretty good so far. Yep, that looks good. This bastion here needs buildings, and we are going to give it a defense grid supercomputer, a target uplink computer, a communications jammer, and of course a disruption field generator. There we go. Anything else in here? Not currently, it would appear. These are all in progress. Anchorages we aren't upgrading. Okay, sounds good. So we do have some colony ships ready to go. And to that end, we should start moving them out over this way. So we'll hit this location first. We'll colonize here. And then we will send, 3 over here. These are all orbital habitats. So we'll colonize this, this, this. Excellent. And then we'll colonize over here as well. Once again, an orbital habitat, but that's fine. We have a lot of colonization to do. Which is ultimately fine. Like, realistically speaking, we have a fair amount of time to burn because we have all of these stations that need a fair amount of work done to them. So that's good. We'll be continuing to check in with our worlds. We are manually operating the buildings on these worlds, but hopefully the governors will keep the deviancy down. That is the idea here. Order restored on Seed of Hope. That's perfect. Okay. So far, so good. We got that all set up. And now we're largely just waiting for some of these stations, like this one, to require defense platforms. There we go. Let's just go through here, look for bastions that aren't constructing but are substantially weaker than they should be. Magama Station here is currently building a disruption field generator. Okay, so you're going to need 1, 2, 3 ion cannons and 4 defense platforms. You're good. I think you're just in a nebula or something. Same thing here. And here. Stenlar Station. You already have your stuff queued up. Okay. Tiblik Station. You need your stuff queued up. Okay, we'll look at that in a moment. Defense platforms there. Excellent. Pollux Station. You have your... You're going to need to upgrade to a Citadel anyway. Okay, so you can go ahead and do that. And these are all upgrading. Fantastic. Okay, so let's take a look at this pirate fleet. I'm going to be real honest. I feel like our station has that under control. If not, we do have a gateway over here. I guess we're gonna find out. How's this battle looking? I mean, they got through our shields real quick. But they're making no progress through our armor, hardly. At all. And we've already taken out 3 of their ships. Make that 4. Yeah, I don't think they win this. I don't think they win this. Let's go ahead and get ourselves another tech rolling here. And I think the one that we want to go for is probably planet build speed right now. I'm quite certain that they don't win this. However, our colony ships are starting to arrive at their destinations, which is perfect, and we do have 4 more colony ships ready to go, which is absolutely excellent. So let's bring 2 of them over to these habitats over here. We'll colonize here, and we will colonize here. Perfect. And then we have another couple ready to go. So we will bring all of them over. This is 4 to colonize in this system. Wow. Okay, we will colonize the planet first. And then we'll colonize the habitats after. And we already have a colony here to boot. Okay. Sounds good to me. How many more colony ships do we have queued up? Quite a lot is the answer. Hopefully that's the correct amount. Okay. More colony ships on the way. This guy is going over here, that's fine. Yeah, should be okay. So let's go through and check our worlds, see what needs to be done over here. We need jobs on this refinery station, so we will go to an alloy nano plant. That'll solve that. Over here we need housing. This is a tech world. I think we replace this agriculture district with a hive district. There's no reason to have a hive district here, or rather an agriculture district here. We do have synaptic clusters here. This is supposed to be a tech world. This looks an awful lot like a refinery world to me. So we'll change that designation. And I think replace these research complexes here with a hive warren. Should do the trick. Okay, fantastic. This foundry station needs a structure, and so it will be an alloy foundry. Actually, we're out of housing. We are going to need a hive warren here. Okay, that'll do. We need a building here. We've got plenty of housing right now. This is a mining world. So I feel like we should perhaps construct a synaptic node here. We can't do an auto-curating vault yet, but a synaptic node should do the trick, in theory. Excellent. Anything else? Yeah, we need structures here. We have tons of housing, so we need jobs, and lots of them. This is a forge world, which is good. We can replace this synaptic cluster with an alloy foundry, and so we shall. And we're going to build 3 more alloy foundries here. And we're going to replace this fortress with an alloy foundry as well. We'll come back to some of these things and change them over, like the gas extraction well. Actually, that's an extraction well. We definitely want to keep that. But this will create us some jobs for all of this housing. Our deviancy is pretty high here, though. So hopefully that gets under control. Okay, this world here needs structures. This is an agro world, huh? Well, there's only one thing for it. We've already got a food processing center, so we just need to spam out some jobs here. Hydroponics farms is the best we can do on that front. That said, we've got sky domes here, and I feel like hydroponics farms only give a max of 2 jobs. So I feel like we're better off repurposing this world. And I want to repurpose this into a tech world to replace that other one that we just took out. So, Decimote Harvesting Trap, that can remain. We're going to replace this Alloy Megaforge with a Waste Reprocessing Center, I think. And then we'll replace this Food Processing Center with a Maintenance Depot. If I can find one. Have I forgotten what they are called? Possibly. I have possibly forgotten what they are called. Where are they? We don't seem to be able to build them. That's okay. I forgot that Sky Domes give amenities. We have so many amenities. We don't need amenities. We are going to build a planetary supercomputer here then. And then we are going to replace all of these with research labs. Like so. Okay, that should do the trick. We'll also get these upgrading for now. Excellent. Okay, this bastion here is going to need its defensive structures. Those are already queued up, though. It's just bugged and not showing it. Wonderful. Same with this station and this station. Okay, that'll be fine. We're building a defense grid supercomputer here right now. This defense platform we actually don't want. This is not one of our defense platforms. We can go ahead and queue up an upgrade to Citadel in all of these locations. This one's already building one. We've got all of those queued up though, so that's fine. Upgrade to Citadel in each of these locations. We're already working on it here. And Pollux, you are already queued. That's fine. And we are going to continue upgrading all of these things as quick as we can. Defense grid supercomputer, yep, that's fine. You're upgrading to a Star Fortress right now, so that'll be able to be upgraded to a Citadel pretty soon, but not quite yet. Okay. So far, so good. How many colony ships do we have done? 0. Well, we're going to have an additional, what, 5 colony ships done in 5 days? Yep, that'll be fine. Did we not settle this tomb world? I feel like I ordered somebody to settle the tomb world. Oh. You didn't pathfind through the wormhole gateway. Okay. I mean, I guess we don't control both sides of the wormhole, so I guess that makes sense. That's just kind of weird. Well, let's get these colony ships in over here. So we will get this colony ship over here. Fantastic. And then this is going to be 2 colonies over here. Colonize this habitat and the planet. And we're just mass colonizing this entire area. This is a continental world. There we go. And this is going to be an orbital habitat. That's fine. Excellent. Well, we're making good progress on that front, to be sure. That does, of course, mean that we're going to have even more planets to manage. We have a lot of those already. We need housing and jobs on this generator world. It's going to be slightly problematic. I'm going to replace this agriculture district with a hive district for the jobs and the housing. And that'll solve that for now. We'll have to come back to it. We do need housing on this refinery station, and I think we replace this advanced research complex. This is currently 8 jobs. If we replace this with a hive warren, that doesn't offer jobs. So we're going to be short 7 jobs here. That's 2 jobs. Alternately, we could replace the maintenance depots. They currently produce 5 jobs. We're plenty high on amenities for right now. So we could replace that with, say... I mean, I'd really like to have, like, a Ministry of Production, but we don't have access to that. We could just simply do an alloy foundry and upgrade that. And I guess that's what we'll have to do for now. Okay, that'll do. What else do we have down through our planetary list? We've sorted out a lot of this. We do have a building slot open on Ziamon Prime if the game gets through this month tick. There we go. And let's see here. We could not build mining districts. We do need just a building slot. We've got plenty of available jobs and housing. So I think what we need to do here is actually build a spawning pool to get our population up. On this nest planet, we don't want this to ultimately be a nest planet. We're going to have to figure out what we want this world to be. I think, looking at this, this would make a halfway decent tech world. High district cap without much in the way of these districts. So we'd replace the mineral purification hubs with a planetary supercomputer once we can. We can't do that just yet. So I think we do need to put in spawning pools here to increase our population. That's the top priority for that world right now. Almach Prime has tile blockers that we'll need to deal with. That's fine. And of course, these are not showing up as expected. For whatever reason, these don't seem to. Okay, so we do have a station down here that we should be able to queue up and upgrade to Citadel for, right? Which one was that? Was it Pollux? No, it was you. Excellent.
Growing colony lattice.
Okay, so that's all in progress, and we don't have additional colony ships currently. You need to build all those mining and research stations. Thank you very much. And also, our mega shipyard construction site is finished. I don't recall getting a notification for that, but maybe we did, and maybe I just missed it. So let's get the mega shipyard framework put in. It's going to take 1,800 days. Fantastic. So with a mega shipyard coming online, we should be able to just destroy everyone else in production. Like, we already do, but it's going to be insanity. Absolute insanity. To that end, I'm thinking about getting another navy. But I think it would be based out of the mega shipyard. So I think that we will wait on creating that for a bit. We'll also hope that these new colonies bump up our naval cap and or starbase cap enough to get to 1,500 naval cap. That would be ideal. But our colony ships are moving along. Fantastic. And we're going to have more colony ships coming in just a bit. Of course, our Juggernaut is still juggernauting along. It's going to be finishing up at about the same time as the Mega Shipyard, actually. That's interesting. And of course, the Juggernaut will also act as a mobile shipyard. So maybe what we should do is base the Saccharine shards out of this mega structure over here. So their home base would in fact become this station. So they would come over here. So that way we only have one based out of Shap. These guys would be based out of the Mega Shipyard construction site, and then our additional fleet would be tied to the Juggernaut. That makes some sense to me. Anyway, we've got that set up, so it is pretty much time to put a cut in here. I'm going to go ahead and do that, and you can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.